Namaste. A very warm welcome to Day 25. Today, we are here to talk about some important concepts that we need to teach our kids at an early age because these are the concepts that will equip them for a successful future. So, let's get started. On Day 25, we are talking about time and money. A quick follow up. Did you have a good family bonding day? I had asked you to do it on a Sunday. If you have done, I hope you have had a great time. If not, I hope you have scheduled the day for a particular date. How is your gratitude practice going? Are you practicing it every single day? Because only then you'll be able to get the best benefits out of it. Are you going back to old notes? I hope you're taking notes of everything that we are learning here. And it's important to keep revisiting the old concepts because then it will stay with you for longer time. And every time you see these concepts, you'll make new meaning out of it. And if you do the same course after 2 or 3 months, again, the whole perspective with which you will see this will be different. So the lessons also will make a different impact. So remember to keep revisiting them. Time. Time and tide waits for none. A stitch in time saves nine. Time is the most precious gift we have. Money lost can be earned, but not time. Things that get scheduled are the things that get done. There are many, many more quotes like this which talk about the importance of time. And like it is rightly said, once we lose money, we can earn it back. But if the time is lost, we can do nothing about it. So it's very important to be able to use our time, spend our time wisely. So how can we do that? For parents, we have already discussed about few concepts that will help us, stay well planned, organized, and be punctual and do things on time so as to inspire our kids. What are the concepts that we have discussed so far? Having planners, planning everything, and having set timetables. Routines for self and family. Morning routine, work routine, night routine, kids' playtime routine. We have discussed in deep about all these concepts. Routine for kids. We did this during our 5-day boot camp. And throughout this last 24 days, we have discussed these in bits and parts. I hope you are able to make meaning out of it and you have started practicing it. And how do we help kids in understanding the value of time? I'm sure we have experienced these instances many a times when we ask our kids to wait for something, they'll not be ready for it and they say, no, I want it right now. Why is this? Because they do not have the sense of delay of gratification. They don't understand the concept of time. So when they want something, they want it right then. But by making them understand the time concept, they'll be able to understand what you're trying to say. Don't blame the kids when they can't wait for what they want because this is the problem. They do not know the concept of time, so they can't understand when you say something like later, tomorrow, after 20 minutes. For them to understand, we need to teach them the concept of time. And when you say later, they ask, what do you mean by later? Now, when will that come? Right? We've experienced this. And when you say after 20 minutes, they don't understand because they do not know what 20 minutes is. They do not know how long every minute is, right? And because of this, there will be clashes between the parents and the kids because the kids don't understand what you're trying to say and you don't understand why kids are not listening to you. So this is why teaching the concept of time becomes very important. And especially when you have a structure or routines in their daily lives, they find it much more easier to cope with the day because they feel a sense of order through repeated routines. So don't be too rigid. Even when you have a routine, a structure, I understand it's important to stick to it. But when there is a need for change, be flexible and see what works for you and devise a structure accordingly in a way that both you and kids are comfortable with it. So, how do we do it? From age 1 to 3 years, we have to start talking about time in terms of their important slots like meal time, bath time, sleep time, and play time. So simply say, now it's meal time, let's get to eating. We can play with this in the tub during our bath time. I will tell you a story during the sleep time. You can explore this toy during the playtime. So when you keep mentioning this different time slots and when you have a fixed time for all of this, the kids will slowly be able to make sense out of it. When the kids are 3+ years, they will start understanding about past and future. My birthday is over. The next birthday is Tata's. We had a good time at Mahabalipuram. I want to go there again. So the past and the future. So they know the present is different from the past and the future. We have seen that sometimes when kids talk, instead of saying yesterday, they'll say, I ate banana tomorrow, right? In your regional language or anything. Or they say things that don't make sense because they don't really understand the concept of time yet. So when they do that, it's important to take it as a chance and see how to make them understand these things. When they are 4+ years, they understand more concepts like before an event, after an event, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, and later. But still, they do not have the sense of duration. If you say we'll pray for 10 minutes or we'll study for 30 minutes, they do not understand what you mean by this. So they need benchmarks. You can say, after our night meal, we can go for cycling. Or now it is sleep time. Once we wake up in the morning, we can go for a walk. So when you use benchmarks like this, it will help them understand better. But you can still use clocks, though they cannot read time. You can tell them your TV time starts when the shorthand or the short needle is at 4 and the long one is at 12. And it ends when the short one is at 5 and the long one is at 12. So this is a good introduction for them. If they know numbers 1 to 12, you can start doing this. And this is the age they'll start learning about weeks, months, different seasons. 6+ years is when you can start teaching the kids how to read a clock, to read the time. This is just for a general idea, and if your kids are ready for learning any of these concepts earlier than mentioned here, you can teach them. And if they are a little slow than this, it's perfectly fine. But you keep trying to teach them the concepts of time in whatever way possible. Now, what are the things that we can do? First, start talking to them and making them understand about morning, noon, evening, and night. Talk about it. How does it look? Morning is when the sun rises. So, what is the light? If they wake up early, they'll be able to see how from dark the day starts getting brighter. And in the noon, it's extremely sunny during the summer. And in the evening, it is cool. The sun is coming down. And in the night, the sun sets and the moon comes out. So, talk to them about that part of the day during that part of the day as they'll be able to see it and experience it. And repetition is really important. You can't teach it one day and say they have understood the concept. You have to keep mentioning it over and over again in different situations that you get to talk about the different parts of the day. And then start talking about yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Instead of just stating these words, it's important to make sentences and discuss, talk about events that has happened. We had gone to your friend Satvik's house yesterday. We will be going to the temple today in the evening. We shall go for shopping to the mall tomorrow. So once they understand this, we can talk about day before yesterday and day after tomorrow. So slowly extend and give them concepts, give them ideas, and have a lot of conversation with them regarding these concepts. And then we can start with days of the week, months of the year, and seasons. Why do we call it seasons? How is it different? How is summer different from rainy? What is the difference between spring and autumn? So when we talk about these things, we need to spend a lot of time on each of it, making them understand different aspects under each of it. Like I said, planning a theme will really help because the whole week we are concentrating on one subject so that they'll have more time to understand and sink in the concept. And weather. It would be great to have a little record book where you mark the weather every single day. Ask them to look out from the window and let them tell you what the weather is. Is it sunny? Is it rainy? So first you may have to explain to them few days by giving the description of how it is outside and giving it the name, labeling it as sunny or windy or rainy, whatever it is, cloudy. And then once they understand it, you can ask them to find what weather it is. If they are right, appreciate it or ask them further questions to get to the right answer. Buy a calendar. So there are these calendars available where you can change the date, month and week. So every day make sure as soon as you wake up, you change this so that you'll know which day you are in. So it's like a fun thing for the kids to do every day and they also learn from it. I shall leave the link in the description below about materials that may help. So have a look at it and see what works for you. And then linking time to events. We already spoke about this. Introduction to clock. You can get a clock which are made to teach time to the kids, or you can even use a wall clock and teach them. If you're good at craft, you can make one with paper plates. There are numerous ideas. You can check Google, Pinterest. I'll also share a link for that. You can play games, you can do activities, get creative and make learning fun. So what do we require? For kids to be able to read time, they should know numbers up to 60 because there are 60 seconds in a minute, and they should know skip counting 5, 10, 15, 20 up to 60. And with this, you can teach them how to read time and you can include activities and color divisions as to what time on the clock is their meal time, what time is their TV time. So when you mark them with different colors, they know where the small hand is and they'll themselves be able to say if it is time for TV or not. Understand where they stand in this, which stage they are in, and how do you want to go forward. And appreciate when they keep up time. Once the TV time is over, they should be able to switch it off themselves. And when they do that, appreciate for doing it even without you telling them. And the next day, they'll be more aware and they would want your appreciation. So they'll switch it off again at the right time. And of course, inspire them. If you want them to follow the time, you follow it first. And one of the major challenges that parents face today is about kids' TV time, screen time. They say my kids are always wanting to watch TV, they don't eat food without watching TV. When we have these complaints, we have to first question ourselves, how did this practice start? So with or without our knowledge, it is us who will start giving TV time when we are busy or when it is an easy way out. But kids fall into the habit of watching it, they kind of get addicted, and then we find it a challenge to overcome it. So now, how do we overcome this? It's important to have fixed time for the kids to watch TV every day at 4 p.m. or every day in the morning 10 a.m. So whatever your convenient time is, fix the time. Fix the duration. How long are they going to watch each time? Is it half an hour? Is it 1 hour? So fix that too. Set alarm. Talk to the kids about this, that they are allowed to watch for an hour, and tell them that you'll be setting an alarm and they can watch the TV till the alarm goes off. Announce half time. If they are watching for 1 hour, after half an hour, make an announcement. So your half time is done. And even 5 minutes or 10 minutes before they have to switch off, remind them once because then they'll be able to get prepared. And don't take the remote off and switch it off. Ask them to switch it off. Initially, it may be difficult and they may say, I want to watch for 5 more minutes, I want to watch for 2 more minutes. But tell them that as it was decided before, you cannot change it. Rules are rules. And request them to switch it off. Instead of ordering or commanding, request them saying, can you please switch it off now? We can get back to it tomorrow. Or you can also say, if you don't go by what rules are set already by all of us, then I may have to change the rules and cut your TV time tomorrow. If you do not switch it off on time, you won't be getting your TV time tomorrow. And what if they do not switch off? Make sure you stick by your rules. Don't let them watch TV the next day. Like this, they are going to learn a lesson. They know that you will follow what you are saying, so they'll be more responsible. And if they have to leave something in between, like a movie or like a story that they are watching, they'll have this fear of missing out. So promise them that you will play it from the same point the next day and you're making note of which video it is, and they'll be able to watch the whole story the next day. This may be difficult initially, but kids are going to adapt to it faster than you can imagine. You being consistent is very important here. And ask them to be mindful in everything that they are doing. We have started playing mindful games and you are being mindful. So, no TV while eating. Ask them to enjoy the food. Do it a family affair when all of you sit together and eat. If they are used to eating while watching TV, initially you may have to slowly bring them out by gradually tapering. So if they are watching TV every time that they are eating, morning, noon, night and 2 snacks, try to skip TV during their evening snack. Tell them that you all will do a mindful eating game together in the evening, and in the evening they won't be allowed to watch TV. And when they do it, appreciate them for being able to eat mindfully. Do this for a few days. So out of 5 meals, you would have removed TV time during 1 meal. You'll have 4 more to go. And you follow the same step again. Now, target the morning snack time. Do the same things. And once the morning time is solved too, pick one of the meal time. So don't remove everything at once. By doing it slowly, by taking steps, the behavioral changes can happen easily. Money. Dream big, but value money. Don't ever tell your kids, money don't grow on trees. It's not easy to buy this. When they say they want an Audi or BMW car, don't say we can't afford it. Tell them we'll get it one day. Or start creative visualization with them regarding these things that they want. But that doesn't mean you don't value money. Whatever we have, we need to value it. We need to take care of it. So these are two different aspects, but they are equally important. Does your child have a piggy bank? It's really important to teach them the concept of saving. So start the practicing of saving. So what will you tell the kids? What will they do with the money saved? A part of it, they are going to put it into their savings. A part of it, they'll be allowed to spend. And a part of it, they need to share. Donation or giving it to anyone who are in need. It can be your house help or it can be any organization that needs donation. It's important to teach this concept because when we give, we receive more. And they also understand empathy, that they need to help people who are in need. So how to give money? Allowance versus earning. You can give them some little amount every single day or every alternate days to fill up their piggy bank. Or you can let them earn it. It is being discussed as to how important it is for the kids to earn money than just taking some money from the parents. So set things with which they can earn money. Give them tasks in the house, gardening, plucking weeds, watering the plants, or filling water bottles every day, wiping the TV shelf, putting their toys back. So give them some tasks they have to do every single day. And once it is done, at the end of the day, for all the tasks that you have completed, you count and give them the money. Never use this for studies. Don't say once you finish writing this, I'll give you this much. So then they won't learn for the love of learning, but for earning, which is not a good concept at this age. There are pros and cons to everything. Not everyone will accept this idea of the kids having to earn money. So it's left to you. You decide what makes more sense to you and your family. How to spend. Have a goal every month. At the end of this month, when you have saved so much, what is that you want to buy? And let it be a realistic goal. If the child wants something big, and if you're giving 1 rupee every single day, it will take forever for them to save enough to buy this product, right? This is not good because then the kids will feel demotivated. So make an arrangement in a way to make sure that the kid can reach the target. Let them decide what to buy. Once they have some money saved, if they've already not set a goal, let them explore the store and see what to buy. Again, here it will help them in decision making. What is that they decide to buy? What is that they decide to give up? And why is that they chose this? You should ask them questions so they will be able to answer it for themselves too. And if the product that they like is available in the money that they have or not. Let them ask questions like, do I really need it? Is this toy or is this product important for me? Do I love it? Will this spark joy in me? Will I be happy with it? Is it worth the price? Can I save more to buy better? Is it a good quality product? Or if I wait for a few more days, can I buy a better quality product that I really love in the money that I save? So they can save this month's money to add more money from the next time to buy something that they truly love than settling for what is available in the money that they have saved. This will come with time, but you will see them progress. What are the benefits? They understand the concept of spending, of money, of saving, right? So it's an experiential learning. They become ambitious. They know they have to earn, so they'll be motivated to do their job better and on time. They learn math skills, counting money, addition, subtraction, and a lot of other concepts. Decision making skills: what to buy, how much do I want to save, what do I want to get out of this, how much do I want to donate, to whom do I want to donate. You need to also talk to them about emergency situations. So the money that we spend every single month may be of use when we need it during emergency. They will value the product because they have earned it, they have waited for it, they have chosen it, so it will mean more to them. They feel responsible. They'll take good care of it because they know the pain that has gone behind earning this. So today's task, guys. I remember that I used to love collecting money in piggy banks, and in olden days we had this kind of piggy banks which were made of clay, and we had to fill it. And once it's full, we had to break it open to get the money. And I remember the special time when my granddad had got me this piggy bank, which I love. And every time we keep a coin, the dog comes out of the kennel, takes the money, and goes inside. What is your memory about your childhood and your savings? Did you have a piggy bank? What did you do with your savings? Now, does your child have a piggy bank? If not, and if you want to start this habit of saving in your kids, buy a piggy bank and share the picture. Play a money game. There are many games that you can play. You can teach them counting coins. Let them sort it, let them build towers, and let them start counting in fives. And play a shop game. We have a board game called business. So think of all the games that you have played in your childhood. And that's a great place to begin for your kids. So come to the group and say, we played Dash. What game did you play? So it will give ideas for others too to play the same game. If you have a story about your childhood and your savings, please do share them in the group. That's it for today, guys. I hope you'll start teaching your kids these two important aspects in their life and make them empowered to face their future better. I'll wait for your task completion posts, especially to listen to your story about your childhood and your savings. Have an amazing day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care.